Hey, Michael. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Been playing all day on the tractor.
Fun?
I said, yeah, I've been playing all day on the tractor, day off today.
Good.
Other than that,
Hey, buddy.
how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's cold here. We got a lot of snow.
How much snow you guys get?
Well, we get about 9 inches here. And
Wow.
what'd you get at the lake, Mike?
100.
I bought a shovel. We just got to bring it up there.
No better.
I mean,
after it. Just gonna go.
How was your week?
You're chopping up, Jason.
Me?
Oh, probably the motorhome out here. It's warm. I just walked out here. It's quiet. How was your week?
The week was pretty good. Hi, Portia.
Hi, guys.
Hi. How you doing, Portia?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Yo, so I want to start. Like I'm reading some of these off because I know everybody's in the group. But I just wanted to. I'm gonna rattle through them. You know what they are already, but just want to revisit all these pictures we got sent. Obviously, the Care Bears kept coming through as a team event. Vietnamese soup, which anybody that knows me knows that that's gonna be forever. We got a green juice super fruit pack. You mix it with water, I'm assuming. That's gotta be Porsche, yep. Sedona as a place. Ooh, who put the Toyota Supra?
I did.
Uh-oh. Trading the RAV4.
Yep. That's the next one.
Is that a goat?
It
No.
is.
It's a goat. Baby goat. So you still got a lot to learn. Cross, fossil.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Heck yeah. Smoothie. Megan, a bunch of stuff in here. Smoothie. And looks like either Fiji or Bora Bora. Also, also Audi. No, Volkswagen Sport of some kind. Cat. Mirror pizza. Is that the Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
All right,
Love it.
I can get down with that. Little Mermaid was a badass chick. And put the lions in there. Yeah, so anyway, just something fun for us to do. I mean, we always talk about having this group every week, but beside just the week, like having stuff to do, have contact with each other during the week, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to go radio silent until Monday again. We can still do, hey, what's up, girl? Hey, Lally, what up?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm in my room. I was resting. I ended up getting the COVID. Thankfully, this is a Zoom meeting.
Well, I'm glad to see your face, COVID or not.
All full of COVID. I might have a man voice. I mean, it's no different than the usual.
Good to see your face. It's always a pleasure. We were just talking about, we played a fun little game last week. You might have saw it in the group. We were just I asked a bunch of questions. If you were certain things, you have to reply in a picture. Like if you were a car, if you were a food, if you were a place, and you have to reply just a picture, no words. So we had a little fun thing during the week doing that. So I was just going over some of them.
Oh, okay.
I think one of the consensus was that this entire group is the Care Bears collectively
Yeah.
that came through. Everybody's shooting something out of their chest.
Walking Care Bears.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. As long as we're not the Teletubbies, I guess. I don't want to be that chubby.
Well, good. Part of the gratitude attitude is for the people we have in our life, and there, then Lolly shows up. Look at that.
All right.
Pops right back in, even during COVID. She ain't stopping. Yeah, so we're just going over some of that stuff. I thought it was a fun little thing to do that we can continue to do. If anybody has ideas, I think during the week to keep us actively connected, just checking in on one another. So we know things like, if Lally's home sick for 2 weeks, or I know a bunch of you have been sick here and there, but man, it sucks when you got to stay home. And it sucks when you got to stay home against your will, which is very new to all of us in the past 2 years. Like it's like a lot, like you have to stay home. You can't just go on with your life and tough through.
And I'm a traveler, so I'm like dying here.
I know. Well, you got us. We're right here. So
Hi, thank you. Thank you for letting me join you guys.
well, I was gonna block you. I saw your name, but then I was like,
Jeez.
You lie.
I lie. I got excited when I saw your name. So yeah, gratitude attitude. We talk about gratitude a million times in our weeklies, probably almost every other episode, if not everyone. That's kind of who we are. But I wanted to talk a little bit more today about keeping the attitude of gratitude more consistently, more often. Like how can we do it? What are some of the tools that any of us use? I want this to be a little more of a sharing one this week. But any tools that you use to, when you feel like you're off track, when you're off track, to get back in that place, that mindset of having that ultimate gratitude for the things you have around you, what you have, who you have, and not get bogged down by what you don't, or what we want or need, or think we don't have, or think we want or need. Because we all get in that space, that head space where, especially when you're sick, I mean, it's really easy to be, down physically and mentally, and then get into a bad headspace. But I think even in our best selves, we all have those little gray areas where they pop in, and you kind of like, what's that? Like I'm feeling good, I'm doing good, things are going good. But I think it's just normal. I think everybody has it, and it's not avoidable. I don't think it's just you live every single moment of every day in your life just pure joy and gratitude. I think you have to have some of those little bit of downs or gray areas to have some perspective on what you're doing, good or bad. You have a really good run going. It's still good to have a little bit of a moment or a lull just to check in with yourself, and check in with, is this a good run I'm on, or is there other things I could be doing, or is it a good run disguised in, like the devil's clothing we talk about. Like sometimes when we feel like we're doing the right thing, sometimes we're not. Sometimes we get caught up with our surroundings, so it makes us feel like we're on a good run. People around us, maybe some employees or a relationship, so it kind of feels like we're going the right direction because of the bigger picture idea of it. But if we check in and go, well, hold on, this is not me, this is not my goals, not what I want to do. So I'm going to talk about some of the things we all use as tools every day to keep more consistent and check in on ourselves, and then more importantly, everybody, right? Like others. If we're going to be the Care Bears, we got to show the hell up. I already scheduled my appointment for my tattoo on my chest. I don't know how far you guys are going with this, but I've gone all the way. I'm in. Okay.
I'm almost there. There. I have done it. That's as far as I've got.
I got the drawing. It's on the table. Yeah, but so I want to rattle off some things. Some things I do, some things I need to be better at, some things I want to do. Definitely a ton of things that I've coached in my life that I don't do, which I've been always guilty of. We're trying to find the best solution and answer for the people I want to help and not applying them. I'm really good at that. That's one of my very good skills. But let's talk, like journaling is a really good one. You know, a lot of people journal. It's a really good way to reflect. Writing anything really is good. We talked about that note I said, write to yourself and don't open it, mail it to yourself X amount of months later. It's shocking. It's like sometimes you don't recognize it. It's shocking to read your own words because you don't know what moment you were in. Sometimes it's, yeah, you read and go, yeah, that's me. But a lot of times, especially with clients we used to do this with, they didn't even recognize it. You know, it's like, huh? Because we're constantly changing who we want to be and what we want to do and what our goals, morals, all that stuff is. So journaling, I think, is always a good one. I used to do a ton of it when I traveled, like pages and pages. I have multiple journals and I just stopped doing it one day. But yeah, that's something definitely need to get back involved in.
But now you're doing video journaling, so.
Yeah, a form of anything, recording, I guess, recording your life and experiences, but this is me more talking probably at you guys than it is to myself. But, self-care, Amber talks about this all the freaking time, like, or at least she was bugging me all the time when I was working a lot. It was like self-care. When she was working with me in the building, she always was on my shit about this one too, and just really everybody. But you know, taking the time to treat yourself for some of that self-care, things that you deserve to, not just what you give out to others. And it doesn't have to be form of a service. You know, something I did or was Lally was doing. It didn't have to be a service that we were professionals at, but a phone call, a few more moments after work and sit, you know, in the dark, waiting to leave, you know, talking for an hour, right, Lally?
Yeah.
Like just take an extra few minutes and check in. Yeah. That's a form of self-care because you're taking the time. You're taking the time with somebody. And more importantly, most of that time is you're doing it for yourself. Like I just mentioned here, like I do this for me, you know. I just happen to meet all you great people during the journey. So taking the time for self-care is a big one.
You basically got to date yourself. Take yourself out. Get yourself ready. Get it.
That's next level.
That's some good shit right there. That's a t-shirt right there, Lily.
Big.
Good. Date yourself.
I'm about to date them.
In a while, we'd be the lucky think about it, right?
That's some deep shit right there, man. You just got. I love that. That's a really, really good analogy because, especially early on, when you meet somebody you're curious about, think about all the things you want to do, like for them or like for the two of you, or you think about all this stuff. And you don't even do it for yourself, or sometimes, and that just goes away sometimes too, you know, depending. Sometimes it starts to wean off. But you always remember when you meet somebody really interesting on dating mode, and she's right. Like that's a really, really good perspective. I love that. Gotta date yourself.
I had a little heartbreak or heartache, and I learned that, and like, well, what am I gonna do now? You know, right? And you feel bad for yourself for a minute.
Yeah.
And then it's, well, how about you just treat yourself? You know, how about you buy yourself flowers? You buy, you know, that expensive gift for yourself. Those diamond earrings, buy them for yourself.
Yeah, you could control the narrative. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm adding that one to the list. This is one I work on a lot. Every single morning. Just something I learned a while back, or it just never went away from me because I don't even know what seminar we're in, but we're talking about the first 5 minutes of your morning when you wake up. First 5 minutes, like do nothing else. Don't grab your phone. Kind of wake up, and your first 5 minutes of your morning are really a predictor of your entire day and how it's going to be. And that first couple minutes are very important to the attitude that you're going to carry for the rest of that day. So doing some kind of ritual in the morning for yourself
No, no.
It's huge. Like I was doing a lot of like, I'd listen to a speaker or something of mine or first thing in the morning. And then I changed that and I started talking to myself in the shower, which was really good for a while. And then I like caught myself, I thought it was weird. Like I caught myself talking to myself and I was like, am I too early stages right now to be talking to myself? Like this is have I gone to that level? And then I dropped that for a while, started listening to podcasts again in the morning, but I've recently been doing that for the past few months. I've been first few moments when I take a shower in the morning is I talk through a ton of shit and like literally to myself, like both parts. So yeah, it still feels weird sometimes, some of the conversations, but it's important to my day.
Talk to yourself, especially if you're bringing yourself up. Or
Yeah.
sometimes you say things out loud so you can actually like comprehend what's happening.
I believe that now. That's a good point to bring up. I do believe that a lot of the stuff I talk about, I try to talk complex things that go in my mind and try to talk them out to myself. And since I'm always right, it always works out pretty good.
You cracking
I do think so, Mike. Yeah, no, you're right. You're a smart
your
guy.
sister's laughing at you.
Yeah, yeah, I never lose. It's awesome. This one's a fucking massive. Like I wrote this one down because it's so easy to do this. I think anybody, and not even intentional, even if you're not a person that really gets into it, like talking or speaking or spreading or any kind of gossip or any kind of little bit about somebody else has such a freaking effect on your life. You have no idea. Because it's just not about you having bad self-talk to you. It's about you're putting that on yourself and you're also putting it out on somebody else. And it has such damaging effect. There's tons of stuff to read on this. But try to avoid, it's really easy, even in a very innocent way, to have something not so nice to say about somebody. Some people take it to the next level, a lot of shit, and actually spread gossip or rumors or lies or intentional things. There's a lot of times we're just in a and you're like, oh, he's a real dick or whatever it is, right? Not me. When I talk to myself, I'm never like that. I'm just always positive vibes back and forth to me. But that one I think is a pretty big one because I think it's easy to do. And it could change, again, it could change your entire day, the way your day flows. I think the
And
easiest.
it makes,
Go ahead, Jason.
and two, it makes people think. You hear me? I'm away from the cell there. You hear me?
I hear you now.
You hear me at all? Okay, I won't move. But a guy called me today from Idaho I used to work with. He retired, and he goes, we were just talking. He goes, hey, how's such and such doing in Albany? And I said, well, he's doing really good. And he goes, man, he's a really good guy. He don't gossip or nothing. You know, we're just talking. That was just brought up today. And it makes people, you know, that's been 5 months since I've talked to, you know, since been on a road trip. I stop at his house every time I go or whatever, you know. And he just said, hey, how's such and such doing? And I said, I don't know. He's in Albany, but we got our own little crew and I never see him. He goes, well, if you see him, tell him I said hi. He's one of them guys that don't gossip and just really good guy.
That's good. I mean, that's exactly right. I mean, the best thing I heard about gossip one time was somebody told me that it's not just gossip moves like the best marketing in the world. Just like hearsay, just like spreading positive does. The best way of doing it is through people. It's happened before we had communication for the lifetime of this world. Like the word has gotten out when it's important. And sometimes that's really bad and sometimes it's really good, the message, but it goes. And the best thing he said was that it's not about the moment that you're talking the shit or spreading the gospel, doing the thing. That moment maybe you're having with 1 or 3 or 5 people that has a lasting effect, but it's how far can it reach without you even knowing? You know, we talk about this all the time. Like it can be so far down the road that has such massive impact on somebody.
Mhm.
That right, and positively, obviously, that's what we're trying to do, right? But the same effect happens when it's negative. And here's the real big problem: a lot more people like to talk shit than they do positive. So remember that.
Yeah, it goes faster than fire.
You're darn right it does. So keep it out of your mouth, keep it out of your vocabulary, keep it out of your circles. You feel better
But
about it.
and also on the opposite side of that, you know how surprised people are when you're the only one that's not talking shit, that you say something really nice about each person that someone's saying something terrible about. That also stands out. So
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like somebody's talking shit in the background. No, it's very, very important. Next one brings me to the next one. Crack more jokes. Have more fun during the day. Don't be so serious. Jokes are fun. You know, all this the shit I talk most of the time is just that. It's a little bit of bullshit and a little bit of fun, keeping myself lighthearted, so I don't take life or things too seriously. Cracking jokes, making jokes, lighthearted situations. What are you saying?
I say you always gotta laugh. You always gotta smile.
You gotta laugh. Smile feels good.
You gotta laugh it out sometimes.
Real
Takes
deep.
less muscles to smile than to frown.
Yeah.
It's good.
There you go. That's right.
Take breaks. This is a good one. Take breaks whenever you can. And that doesn't mean a shift at work. That's not the ones you get that are owed to you. I'm talking about the ones that you're going to take randomly. Could be minutes, could be an hour, could be whatever it is. Take breaks, take mental breaks, take physical breaks. Take a small break during the day. Just get away from what's happening around you. Huge. Have something to look forward to. And that's obvious. I think that was an obvious one for me always. That I struggle a lot when I don't have something on my plate. I hate it. I struggle a lot. I've had a real battle with this past year, stepping away from work, because I've never done that. And it's been awkward. It's been weird. Because at first I had nothing to do. I had nothing to. I didn't have anything purposely on my plate, because I was going to try to go through it, but that one for me was really tough. So like for me, this is a super important one. I have to have something to look forward to. And it's not work or my career stuff, but just something like this. Mondays is something I look forward to.
Yeah.
Monday fills me with a ton of energy, and it gets me hype, and I can't wait to do it. I can't wait after. And so Monday is something that gets me hype and I look forward to. So anything, it could be anything. You're taking a walk with your dog. I mean, everything's only as significant as it is to us, right? If we stop comparing our significance to other people, we'd be so much happier. Our list will never look the same, you know? And until we stop doing that and try to make our list identical to somebody else, we'll be a lot more happier with what the small things we love to do and are important to us. So, and then meditation, another one I'm shit at. This is what I'm terrible at. I've tried it. I end up talking to myself just in the shower again. It's like if I sit to meditate, and I know I need to work on it because I need to spend more time with it, but I just end up doing the same thing. Getting a full conversation with myself, my freaking brain's noisier than it was before. And it's like, okay, I can't sit here. So anyway, that's my short little list I've kind of developed this time, but anybody have something that works for them? Maybe it's a daily thing, but also I want to hear something that gets you out of a funk. Like what are some like go-to tools that can get you right out of it? Give you like ultimate, like right in that moment perspective, like I'm back. Anybody got something?
Music.
Music?
Yeah,
Music.
music helps.
I was
for
just
sure.
thinking that. That's funny. I was just thinking that.
Move your
bunch of
body.
music I downloaded.
I
Body.
was the gym for me, or like I'll just start squats quick, like let it burn a little bit.
Yeah.
Exercise, service, making other people feel better.
Let me ask you a question real quick, because some of the ones you named right there off the bat, like music and
Yep.
not moving, are very common because obviously get the body moving, adrenaline, all that stuff flows to you. But when you do it, do you actually get back to the level? That's what I'm asking you. Does it actually work, or are we just talking about things that
Yes,
work for the world? When you do
It
it, you're, hell yeah.
it actually works.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
does.
Like if you start your morning, and you move your body and you you have a morning dance party, right? Like that pumps you up and primes you for the day after you've talked to yourself for a while. And yeah, it's just it helps you to get into your body and out of your head.
I love it. I love it.
Exactly.
When I
And-
first
Today I was running my tractor and my headphones went dead. I was ready to get off it then.
Like, yeah, that sucks. I
Yeah.
didn't realize how much I don't like this.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm done with today.
Sometimes I like to listen to focus music too, binaural beats and
Okay.
something like 432 hertz. Like if I'm trying to, if my mind is going and I'm trying to focus on doing something, and I think that helps me too, get out of the funk.
Ooh, the funk.
I like to talk to people. I always feel better when I talk to somebody, get it out of me.
Yeah.
To lay it on somebody else.
No, I don't even really share my own stuff as much, but just like the interaction of another person. What's going on with that?
You know what's cool? Because gratitude is on the same vibrational frequency as love.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean,
Gratitude is love, in a way. I mean,
Yeah.
what about like for me, I think the past few months or this past year, I'll say the year, obviously, because my life's changed most of the year, but
I got another one.
I think showing up through people, unassuming gratitude has been a big one for me this year. Like I've seen it come like full circle, if you will, through people I've known close, and maybe I didn't think anything was happening, and I've been witnessing it. And that's probably me having my eyes open maybe a little more, but I've seen a lot of that this year through like the appreciation and gratitude of the people I've chosen to stick around. That makes sense? Like proof in the pudding, I guess. Like some people that I've kept around, but you know what, that's a good choice for me. That's a good circle. Talk about create your circle. So that's been happening a lot this year, which I have a lot of gratitude for. What are you gonna say, Portia?
Animals help you get out of a funk, right? If you know what I mean? You love on your animal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
helps you to refocus your mind. Like when you take that break, you just set yourself up and you're like, okay, I need to step away from what I'm doing.
Yeah. 100%.
I never even thought about that. That's very true. A lot of times,
Do you want to know a fun fact?
you call your animal,
Just move around.
your
Jason,
dog or whatever.
Move around.
Come sit on
Move your
lap.
body.
we lost you, buddy.
Move your
What's
body.
that?
Move your
What's
body.
that?
Move your body.
You there?
There you go. Move
Oh
around.
my God, Jason,
Yeah.
tell him a fun fact. Jason's dog and my dog, they have the same name.
What?
name Mike.
Yeah.
George.
No, that's my
That-
bird.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
And
there,
that dog goes everywhere with me.
That's funny.
who's Mike?
The bird.
The bird is Mike.
The bird.
All human names. I love animals with human names.
Yeah.
Makes it
He's
real.
living his best life.
Like I think that's a good example of more forced tools than us choosing tools. So like choosing to take care of an animal is then becomes a forced thing. It's like a child, it's like anything else. It's in your life now. It's something you have to have a responsibility for, which I like too. I mean, it's any way works. Have you know another forced way of that you've seen gratitude? Like Megan, did you have to walk home from work today? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I did.
Not normal, right?
No.
And it was freezing cold and snowing.
Yeah.
It could put your mind at a different gratitude level of maybe having a car or
Yeah, appreciate the little things.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think these little forced things in our life are meant on purpose to just to really quick be like, yo, little snap fool right in your face, like God being like, hey man, hey girl,
Yeah.
right over
It's
here.
like it's like when you wake up in the morning and you say thank you because like you've been given another day. And I know like a lot of times, like you may have heard, I had a mentor and he said that, you know, he would go through his whole body and like thank his whole body every morning when he's as soon as he put his feet on the ground. And that just helped to, like you said, prime his brain to start his day where he was in that mindset of, okay,
He would beg his body.
what's that?
You said he'd beg his body every day?
He would thank his body.
Oh, I think I said beg. I was like, yo, I'm gonna beg my leg to get up. I'm gonna beg my left leg to get up.
No, he would thank it. So he would like start with his feet and he'd be like, thank you, feet.
Gotcha.
Thank you, legs.
Okay. I thought he said beg. I was like, that would take a long time to get to work.
Well, hey, you know, I'm just saying whatever works for, you know, but yeah, like the first words that come out of your mouth, I think that's important.
Yeah. Huge.
But like too, every single choice we make for ourselves, right? Our career, what we're gonna do with our day, what we're gonna do with our time off, what we're gonna do with our social time, like all those things become those things. Cause like even, you know, in the I don't want to get up in the freezing cold and drive in and like work out with a bunch of people for like 2.5 hours. I don't want to necessarily do that. But when I'm there doing it, like conceptually, I want to do it because I'm choosing to do it. I do it every day. But like the in between of the waking up, the cold weather, the getting there, the getting warmed up, the exercising. But then as soon as I'm with the people, I'm so like full. Yeah. So it's like my own penance every day because I know if I can just get there, then I can get there. Isn't that weird? I'm like my worst enemy every day of my life.
I think we all are.
I feel the same way about massage clients. Like I want them and it's great and I love the money and all the things, but like every time I'm like grateful for every client, but I'm also like, okay, here we go. All right. And then I'm fine. Once I'm having the interaction, it's like exactly what I'm meant to do. I love it so much, but I'm always in my own way in the moments before almost anything.
Yeah, I think that's a good point of
You know, essentially
stuff you have to stick in.
Your mode, your way of thinking.
Yeah.
If you start with something good, it'll like just change your whole day.
Yeah.
Have you ever, anybody that's like, I mean, anybody has probably had this. I say in clients because Lyle and I had so many clients going in and out of a building a day, like can have 50 some clients going in a building, and to be able to interact with that many different personalities when you're a service industry, when you have to match up, and it's like this hour is over, the next human being with the next attitude is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to switch.
It could be draining.
Connect with that person on their level, even if, and I'll say this out loud, I had a lot of clients I did not respect in even a single fucking ounce of a way, but they're my clients. They came in for a service.
Right.
So for me to get ready for that person was a lot because I wanted to have bad thoughts about them because of things I knew about them.
Right.
And I wanted to be mad at them because I'm a very emotional person. I'm a Pisces. I'm very emotional in everything I do. So when I'm like, oh, I fucking hate this person. Like I literally don't like anything they're about.
Yeah, you gotta like psych your mind up.
You gotta get woosah and get ready.
Yeah.
And then
woosah
comes in and I can get charged by somebody else. So it's like the ebbs and flows of that, but it is being the ultimate thing that kept me grounded on moments like that was my gratitude for my opportunity to have a business and make money.
Right.
Personally be showing up and wanting my service, for that person to be investing their money and time into what I do as a career, which ultimately I love more than I love them. So
right.
You have to find the gratitudes within it, or take a moral stand and go out of business.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's like what you appreciate appreciates.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? Most of the time, if I grounded myself with somebody I really didn't like, ended up being a really good session because it is about what you bounce back.
Right.
don't have
And if
to
you
be mad at-
focus out and just like focus on like what your task is at hand.
Oh,
I mean, like, and just
Amber and
don't let
Lally,
it bother you.
Amber and Lally have both massaged hundreds of clients out of my back before. They know the stuff. But yeah, the small gratitude,
Even the,
the gratitude.
how about like next level stuff too? Like, I mean, we've all lost people that we've loved, and you know, like it's that compassion piece we talk about all the time, that it's like loving something you hate and like being selfless completely, because like obviously when you're a caretaker for someone, we were just talking about like people who care for their person in their life like 24/7 because they're either living with a disability or they're dying, or you know, so many different circumstances. And you have those people that do, you know, two people's work and give everything they have to make sure that everything is good for, you know, them. And that's what happens like when someone really needs us, when someone's broken down, when someone's dying, when someone's hurting or in a lesser power position. It's like we don't necessarily want to be in that position, but we're so grateful for the time we had when we can look back at those moments. You know, it's like we didn't ask for them, but so grateful for that time with someone.
I have it real quick on that because you want to go deep. Like, didn't we ask for it?
Right.
I mean, if we're talking about the people in this chat and the people that show up and we have in this group and that are on tonight or not, but isn't choosing to show up asking for it? I mean, I'm gonna say right now, I say this all the time, but not to say that we're like some kind of unbelievable freaking group of people that just don't exist in the world, but we are, like I told my athletes all the time, to make it to the top level, what they did was less than 1% of the human race gets there. That's just facts.
Mhm.
That's the same thing as choosing the harder way, right? To show up to these things, to be vulnerable, to talk, to express your gratitude, to show up for clients, to even when you're having a rough day, make sure they don't get it put on them. Because a ton of people already do that. That's happening all day long. I mean, I had clients who's come here who are just in absolutely unteachable modes that I've sent home. I'm like, dude, you're gonna waste your money being here. You just go home. Because they already had crushed them. So I mean, to take Amber's thing the next step, it's like we say, well, sometimes we didn't ask for these things, but you know what? I think subconsciously, this group of people and the people we did. We chose this path. We chose these lives, chose service to people. We chose showing up for each other. That's harder than it sounds because we're just sitting here doing it for each other. But I can show you a lot of people, and I can go a collective of people I know in my life, and I can show you a lot more that aren't than ours. So I think one, it's having us a little gratitude within the group of people we choose to hang around with, and giving some credit, like 1%ers, man. We're like the pro athletes of love over here. Care Bears don't mess around. You know what I'm saying?
Pro athletes of life.
Yeah. We should get major contracts. We should talk.
We have to start showing our belly now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get back into the world of it.
As
That ain't
Gabby,
a
I'll
problem.
just show our belly.
That's not a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, Jason's in.
Yeah.
Yep. Care Bears don't wear clothes, just so everybody knows. They're naked bears. Everybody thinks they're naked.
Then you have to paint a heart on your stomach. Oh, I mean, I'm in.
All the way or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they all have different belly tattoos anyway. We have to choose. We're gonna have to fight over. It's not all hearts. There's like a rainbow and a lightning bolt and a
Right. It could be like Sunshine Bear.
I got the lightning bolt.
You want the lightning bolt? I'm not lying. I don't think there's a lightning. Oh, he's already got it.
Dibs.
All right.
Oh, golly.
Well, I want to pray for everybody in the group one. I know it's like over and over and over. We keep on getting this like, it's like one more piece of news of how long this thing's gonna last. Different strands, people are getting sick. It's like, it is what it is, and we gotta stay positive. This is the only time, and we gotta keep these type of things going and in each other's ears and group chats and make light of what's happening, because just because it's a serious thing doesn't mean we have to be so serious and get bogged down, because as I'm a big believer in Amber and Portia and probably everybody on Lally, like what we just talked about is how you create good cells in your body. They work for you, they fight against disease, they fight against sickness, they fight for you, your health. So keeping your mind right and keeping your space right and keeping the people around you right, it's longevity for your life. Laughter is life, love is life. People around you will support you and hold you up, right? And when it's your turn, then we hold somebody else up. And then when it's their turn, we hold somebody else up. And we keep doing that, and we don't have to worry about being scared or being fearful. So it's a weird time, but we keep doing this stuff. We just keep living life. It is what it is. We're going to always have these things to pump in our lifetimes. This won't be the last one in all of ours. But let's just keep praying for the people around us to find peace, I think more in mental space than in whatever this is called, because it really is, it's in our mental space. And being shoved into your house, especially the people we are, it sucks, but it is what it is. And you got people around you supporting it, and we're all loving each other. So let's keep on the same page. Let's talk through the chat more. Tuesday, what's today's date?
Faith.
15, 16.
Gotta
Okay.
have faith.
We have one more week of just our regular one, and I think the following week, Zoe starts every other week. I think it's February 2nd, I believe. And then last thing, Carrie is getting married this week, and I'm flying to Ohio. So Oklahoma, what's the difference? It's all in the middle.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Flying to
One's
Tulsa,
here and one's here.
I'm flying to Tulsa on Thursday. It's a 2-day wedding. She's having a 2-day full-on like ceremony wedding. It's ridiculous, but she's getting married. She hasn't been on in a while, but she is in a wonderful place. I talk to her twice a week. She's just a different person than she was, and she's happy, and so I want to celebrate her and have everybody in her prayers this weekend, because she's getting married, and that's gonna be a big weekend for her. And then I got another one. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, full circle, the first time you ever left town, New York State, you went to Oklahoma for your Pee Wee wrestling tournament.
Yeah,
Wow.
I also took 6th in state, just in case.
Tulsa.
Just saying.
Just saying. I
Hey,
took,
Amber, I'm going to make you laugh. I just found this the other day in the motorhome. I think this was remember you said you didn't have a pencil? The other day I was in the motorhome and this was in there. It took me forever to find it just now. I forgot where it was at, but I'm going to make you laugh.
I can't see you.
Can't see you anymore.
Where are you? You're blacked
Yeah,
out.
see, remember
Jason.
that?
Can't see you, buddy.
Oh,
you remember that?
well, crap.
What happened to you?
This stupid phone.
You're ghosted.
There,
Wow.
remember that, Amber?
Nah, your
Yes.
video cut out there, Jason.
No video,
Oh.
bruh.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
how we met, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I seen that in the motorhome the other day. It never got checked out for some reason.
That's all right. It's meant to travel the world.
Yeah, I'll get you to sign that next time I come. So
All right.
yeah, I figured make you laugh though.
I love it.
Miracles
Yeah.
happen.
I didn't know I was in the motorhome until the other day we were doing something. I was like, oh, there it is.
I love it.
Better not lose track of it next time.
Yeah.
You might
Yeah, I'll
ask
get back
about
there. I'll
it.
have Amber sign it.
Yeah. You're slacking, Jason.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, homies. Well, I'll leave you with that. I appreciate y'all. So much gratitude for the group. And then, like I said, we'll see you next Monday. And then we'll get back on the Zoe train. I'll be sending emails out. What you got? What you got, Ellie?
Feel better.
Ellie, I hope you feel better.
I got an I love you sign.
Oh, there it is. I thought you were
Feel
just pointing a finger
better.
finger at me. Love you guys.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Love you guys too.
Love you.